So the first thing I did was I peeled all of my potatoes. These are red potatoes. You do not have to peel them from what I understand, but I like mine peeled for the most part. So I went ahead and peeled mine and put them all in a bowl of water and let them soak to get some of that starch out. Now I'd done that 3 different times before I finally got the water clear and felt like I had all of the starch out. Now each time I soaked them, I let them soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. After soaking them, I strained them with a strainer and then poured them out on some paper towels. I had a towel under it too because they're pretty wet. And I just spread them out really good, and I took another paper towel and just blotted them on the top to get them as dry as possible. And then I let them air dry for, I don't know, probably about 15, 20 minutes, maybe even 30. Then after I felt like they were good and dry, I put them in a bowl so that I could season them a little bit with some salt. And I just used canning salt, but you can use sea salt as well. They tell you not to use ionized salt whenever you're canning stuff, so I did not do that. It actually turned out to be pretty even after I got all of the jars full. I hit them on the counter a little bit to pack them down in there as good as I could. And actually, that's probably one of the things that I would do different next time is push them down even harder because they shrunk down quite a bit. So then I put a tablespoon of butter in each one. And I may not do that the next time. I just don't see the point in it if you're going to flavor them after you get them out of the can. I mean, out of the jar. So. Or better yet, I may even just do an experiment, put butter in one and not put butter in the other. See if it makes any difference one way or the other. Now you just wipe down your jars and put your lids on and then put your rings on. And this is my grandson adding a little something extra to the video when I was not looking. His thumb and some dog food. He's a mess. I just thought it was so funny, I just left it there. So now we're just going to make room for this bread. Just had to stick that in there because it looked so amazing. Now it's time to pressure cook these babies. So I put about 3 jars of water in the bottom of my pressure canner. Put all of my jars down in there. I think I had 5 or 6. Let's see. 5. I had 5. Now I'm just going to make sure that lid is on good and tight and put it on high and let it get up to temperature. So I do mine at 15 pounds of pressure because of where I live. Yours may be different than mine, so make sure you follow the directions in your canning book. Now you won't find this recipe in just any canning book though. I'm pretty sure you have to get the book by Canning Diva to find it. Okay, they're all finished. It is actually the next morning and I'm getting ready for work, so I'm going to pull these out and take a look at them before I leave. Look how beautiful those turned out. Doesn't that look good? That looks amazing. I'm so excited to get to try them in a week or two. So I'm just going to set them all out on this towel and leave them there until later on tonight. And then I will take the bands off, make sure everything is sealed, and then store them until I'm ready to eat them. Look at that. I love it. I love canning stuff. Now the way I check my seals is I just pick them up by the lid only. I make sure I don't have a hold of the jar, but just the lid. And I move them around a little bit. And if it does not come off, then it is sealed. Okay, so it's been about a week since I have canned these dry potatoes, or dry canned these potatoes, however you want to say it. So, I mean, I don't think they look really beautiful, but I do think they look a lot better than the potatoes that I do in water. So we're going to give these a try and see what they taste like. So from what I hear, you can fry these and they fry up really well. So I'm going to try that. And this little portion down here where you see all of this white, that is where the water left the potatoes during the canning process. And that's just some starchy potato mix down in the bottom. I don't know what it's going to look like when we open it. So let's open it up and check it out, okay? We're going to see how these fry up. So I've just got a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. I'm going to let that heat up for just a minute and then we'll get the potatoes in it. Sometimes I can open this with my fingers and sometimes I can't. Okay, not today. That's a good seal. Wow, did you hear that? That's a really good seal. They smell good. They smell like potatoes. Yeah, they smell great. Okay, it feels like it's starting to get a little hot, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the potatoes in. So they look good, they smell good. We're going to see how they fry up. Yeah, I do think that is butter that got down in the bottom. That's a good thing. So I am going to put, I've already salted these once whenever I canned them, so now I'm just going to put some Lawry's seasoning salt on them. I love Lawry's seasoning salt. And some pepper. This is fresh cracked pepper. I got this battery operated pepper grinder on Amazon, and this thing is awesome because there is nothing like fresh ground pepper. I don't ever even use regular pepper that's pre-ground anymore. So I'm going to turn it up pretty high because these potatoes are already soft where I put them through the canning process. So I really just want to crisp them up a little bit. Well, I can already see they're sticking pretty good. This pan needs to be re-seasoned, so I'm not going to even try to fry them any crispier because they're sticking. But we are going to taste them, and I have some in the air fryer. See how those do. Okay. Okay, I pulled one out that's kind of crispy. You see that? Kind of crispy. Definitely kind of greasy. They smell so good though. They're still hot. Whew. They taste just like my regular fried potatoes, y'all. And they taste good because I love fried potatoes. So those turned out awesome. So I'll try to remember to do another taste test after 3 months and then maybe 6 months and then maybe a year because I've got lots of other potatoes that I'm going to can. So let's try the air fryer potatoes real quick. Those are so good. So I like the air fryer just a little bit more. They get really crispy in the air fryer. Now before I close this video out, I thought I would do one more way, and that is to oven bake them. So I'm going to take a couple cans because we're just going to have them with supper tonight, and I'm going to bake them in the oven and see how they do like that. So all I really done was added some salt and pepper, and I think I might have put a little bit of olive oil on them. And other than that, that's all I done. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? so crispy. Oh yeah, those are going to be fabulous. I can tell by looking. Oh yeah, absolutely delicious, y'all. So there you have it. The potatoes are fabulous. I really love dry canning potatoes. I will never go back to canning them the way that I used to, which is putting them in the jar and then filling it up with water. It makes them mushy. So I really like this method. It's great. You all try it. Let me know what you think. That's all I've got today, y'all. Have a great day. God bless you.